The new preview for ARAFTA episode 36 has left viewers shocked and full of questions. The scene opens with a line so powerful that it immediately changes the entire atmosphere. Merkand, you are responsible for Eylul's death. The moment these words are spoken, everything in the mansion changes. The silence in the room becomes heavy, almost unbearable. Atesh, Merkan, and Ashley are all present, but no one seems ready for the devastating accusation that Ashley has just made. Ashley doesn't hesitate. Her voice is sharp and relentless as she continues revealing a truth that no one expected to hear. She claims that Eylul died so that Merkan could live. According to Ashley, the young girl lost her life so Merkan could receive the kidney transplant she desperately needed. The price of Merkan's survival, she says, was Eylul's life. This revelation feels like a thunderbolt. For a moment, no one in the room can even react. The accusation is too cruel, too heavy. Merkan's entire world collapses in that instant. The guilt begins to consume her. Her breathing becomes heavy, her eyes fill with tears, and the pain in her heart becomes impossible to control. The idea that another life might have been sacrificed so she could survive destroys her emotionally. Unable to stay in the mansion any longer, Merkan runs away. She doesn't know exactly where she's going at first, but her heart leads her to the only place where she believes she can confront the truth, the grave of Eylul. Standing in front of the tombstone of a little girl she never even knew, Merkan completely breaks down. She falls to her knees, crying uncontrollably. Over and over again, she whispers the same word. Forgive me, please forgive me. To Merkan, it feels like she is living a life that was never meant to be hers. She believes that the breath in her lungs exists because someone else lost theirs. At that moment, when she is at her most vulnerable, Atesh arrives. Seeing Merkan completely shattered breaks something inside him. Instead of blaming her, he approaches her calmly and says something that could change everything. This is not your fault. Atesh tells her that the real person responsible is Hader. These words immediately change the direction of the story. Soon after, Hader finally admits the truth. His confession sends shockwaves through everyone involved. I did it all for my daughter. I did it so Merkan could live. With this confession, the pieces of the puzzle finally begin to fall into place. The secrets that had been buried for so long are slowly coming to light. But the truth does not bring peace. Instead, it begins to destroy the fragile balance between the characters. While Merkan and Atesh struggle with the emotional weight of this revelation, the conspiracies surrounding them continue to grow. Nizar and Ashley are still moving forward with their hidden plans, manipulating events from the shadows. Their alliance is becoming stronger, and their intentions are far from innocent. At the same time, Simul begins to suspect that something dark is happening behind the scenes. His curiosity leads him closer and closer to discovering the betrayal that is unfolding right in front of him. Meanwhile, another storm is quietly building in the background. Musin is no longer willing to ignore the unresolved conflicts of the past. For a long time, many of the secrets surrounding the mansion have remained buried under silence, fear, and carefully constructed lies. But Musin has reached a point where she believes those hidden truths can no longer stay buried. She begins preparing to confront the unfinished matters that have haunted everyone for years. Old rivalries, past betrayals, and long-forgotten promises are about to resurface. What once seemed like distant history is suddenly becoming dangerously relevant again. When these truths come back into the light, they will not only affect one or two people, they could shake the lives of everyone connected to the mansion. Some characters may finally be forced to face decisions they made years ago. Others may realize that the consequences of those choices were far greater than they ever imagined. And once the past begins to reveal itself, there may be no way to stop the chain reaction that follows. But Musin is not the only one standing close to a dangerous truth. Barak also finds himself in a position he never expected. By pure accident, Barak overhears a conversation that was never meant for his ears. At first, he doesn't fully understand the meaning of what he heard. But the more he thinks about it, the more he realizes that the information could change everything. The secret he now carries is not just personal, It could reshape the entire story. Barak now stands at a crossroads. If he chooses to reveal what he knows, the truth could expose hidden betrayals and bring long-awaited justice. But if he remains silent, the secrets may continue to poison the lives of everyone around him. His decision will not be easy, because sometimes the truth is not just powerful, it is also dangerous. And in a place filled with secrets like the mansion, revealing the wrong truth at the wrong moment could start a conflict that no one is prepared for. Yet, even with all these conspiracies slowly unfolding, the most powerful and emotional battle in the story continues to revolve around two people, Atesh and Mercan. Once upon a time, their relationship seemed unbreakable. Their love felt strong enough to survive anything. They stood beside each other through danger, misunderstandings, and betrayal. But now, that love is being tested in ways neither of them ever expected. The truth about Eylul has created a wound that neither of them knows how to heal. Mercan is drowning in guilt. Even though she had no idea about the sacrifice that was made, she feels responsible for a life that was lost. In her heart, the knowledge that someone died so she could live feels like an unbearable burden. Every breath she takes reminds her of the life that was taken. Meanwhile, Atesh is trying desperately to convince her that she is not to blame. He knows that Mercan never asked for any of this. He understands that the real responsibility belongs to those who made the decisions behind her back. But convincing Mercan of that truth is not easy. Guilt is a powerful emotion, and once it takes hold of someone's heart, it can be incredibly difficult to let go. Atesh tries to stand beside her, to support her, to remind her that she deserves to live without carrying someone else's tragedy on her shoulders. But the question that now hangs over both of them is impossible to ignore. Can love survive a truth this painful? Or will the weight of guilt and anger slowly destroy the bond they once shared? For Mercan, forgiveness feels impossible, especially forgiving herself. For Atesh, protecting the woman he loves has become more important than ever. But sometimes love alone is not enough to overcome the shadows of the past. As the preview continues, the tension grows heavier with every passing second. The atmosphere becomes quiet, almost suffocating. Then comes the moment that leaves viewers completely speechless. Mercan stands face to face with Atesh. Her eyes are filled with tears, pain, and confusion. In her hands, she holds a gun. Her fingers tremble slightly as she struggles to keep control. Atesh does not move. He does not try to run. Instead, he stands there looking directly at her, as if he understands the storm raging inside her heart. The silence between them is overwhelming.